Welcome back to the Math Tutor 101. If you're new here, I'm Alan, and today we're going to be learning about math, specifically inequalities. We're going to be solving inequalities today, and we're going to be talking about how we can use them. You probably heard of inequalities near your elementary and middle school, and today we're going to be clarifying on that and solving some inequalities using the things we've learned, including variables and other stuff. This is the third video on Algebra 2, and today we're going to be quickly identifying some things about inequalities, solving some, and that's basically what today's video is going to be about. So let's talk about what an inequality is. An inequality, you might think at first, if you hear inequality, you might think of this one of these symbols, or greater than or less than. That's basically what an inequality means. An inequality means something that's not equal, specifically like something that compares. So if we get A is this symbol B, we're basically saying A is greater than B. And if we do this, A is less than B. And some other rules we have, if we do like an equal sign, let's say we subtract 5 from both sides, this will still be kept up as these are both still, A is still greater than B. Remember, just treat this like an equal sign, but don't think of it as an equal sign. And one more rule we can think of, whenever you're multiplying or dividing by a negative number, so say we divide by -5 again, then we must flip this, because when you're going to negative, you realize 9 is greater than 5, but -9 is less than -5, if you think about it on the number line. So this will flip around, so then this will be negative A over 5, just move that up, less than negative B over 5. So remember that. Same thing with multiplication. Now that we got those little things out of the way, let's start some examples. So let's start off with 7x plus 3 is greater than 9. To solve this inequality, we're just going to subtract 3 on both sides. Remember, we just treat this like an equation, but then there are some rules we got to comply with. So we subtract 3 on both sides, this cancels out, and we get 7x is greater than 6. Alright, now we divide both sides by 7. We always got to be aware, is this negative or positive? Since this is positive, we don't have to flip this around. And negative 7x divided by 7, which basically these cancel out. X is greater than 6 over 7. This definitely does not mean x is greater than 6 over 7. If we had this little line under here, which you have also might have learned, it means equal to, so greater than or equal to. Then it might have been equal to 6, 7. But basically what this is telling us, so if we make a number line, if we get 6 over 7, what this is telling us is that x could be, in a possibility, not including 6 over 7. Yeah, let me do a new color so you can see it. Not 6 over 7. Not, because there's no little thing right here. Not 6 over 7, that's why it's hollow, but everything greater than that. So that's why, so basically this symbolizes this. This x is greater than and less than is very helpful in other videos, but today we're just going to be learning about that. Let's do another example. Alright, a minute. Let's get 4x minus, let's do negative 4x minus 21 is less than 13. As you could tell, this is not a really organized equation, but we'll solve it anyway. Let's do nice green. So first off, we're going to add by 21. Remember, subtracting and adding by a negative or positive does not affect this in any way. It's multiplication and division you have to worry about. Remember, do it on both sides, so then it's technically equal. It's not equal, but it's the same equation from before. These cancel out. This cancels into, I shouldn't say cancels. This equals 34. All right. Greater than. And these cancel out. Now we keep the negative 4x. Now here's what we have to worry about. Let me draw this. We gotta remember this is a negative. So when we divide by negative 4 to cancel these out, we gotta flip this now. We gotta remember to flip this. So this is now this. And if we solve for that, that will be x flipped. What's a combination of that purple and blue? Maybe it's this nice indigo. Negative 3/4 over 4. So we flip this over here to this way. And if we might want to simplify this, we can divide by 2. So 3/4 would turn into 16. Nope, 17. So I can get that same color. Negative 17. Nah, good try. Over 2. So this would be our final solution. That would be our final solution to our problem. So this is equal to that. So x, no, not specifically this. I mean, x is greater than negative 17 over 2. So remember, we have to flip this when we're multiplying and dividing by a negative, and we will just treat it like an equation, and that's all we have to do. Remember, always be willing to learn. Share it to others who want to know. Like and subscribe. And the next video will be on stem and line plots.